Yeah, look at this. Horrendous. Let's get this cleaned up. Hello. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm alone. Hello. Ooh, get the close up on that. Yeah. Is that human excrement or animal? Or whatever. Somebody's dumped it here. Nice. Makes me feel hungry.
Ew.
Oh boy. Well, there's another section over here that needs a clean up. Not as polluted as the other two, but still pretty bad. Thinking people here, maybe if they have children, might want to keep them in at night because, well, I found syringes and all sorts of things here. Not the sort of place a child should be playing. Put that bag of crap inside here so as to disguise it. Otherwise I don't think the council will pick it up. I wouldn't blame them. Yeah, this is difficult because of brambles. Got it. Yeah, this is a tip extraordinaire, but I'm going to say this, it's not as bad as it looks. And I always say it, but it isn't really as bad as it looks. It's just visually bad. Nothing like when I picked up all those cans in Newcastle, Gateshead rather. So, and while I'm at it, I've got to say hi to Infinity X, who's also known as Earth to Infinity. So a big hi to him. I think he's in Basingstoke. That's right, Basingstoke. And he's doing an absolutely marvellous job down there. I watched one, sorry I have to laugh, but I watched one of his videos the other day and he was doing around Morrison's, and it sort of reminded me when I had a bit of a run-in at Chester Lee Street, the Morrison's manager. Anyway, well done to Earth, from Earth to Infinity. Ooh, this bag is heavy. There's a bag of shit in there as well, so that weighs it down. Yeah, I'm back on another day. I don't know if you've worked that out. The council have cleared that area that I dumped all that stuff from before, which was from there. So this is day 2. I have to slip this into the video somehow. So we start afresh. Lady over there walking her dogs. Cute. Such a shame that they have to walk past this drug den. Absolute blight on the countryside. And then of course I can hear children playing over there. Don't know if you can see through that fence over there, there's some children playing. All this is exposed. Syringes, other drug paraphernalia. Whew. Anyway, I'm only doing one more clean and that's it. I don't intend to come back here again. I had to leave it last time because it was getting dark, I was tired, and I didn't have any more bags. Oh, back to the matter in hand, which is getting out of hand. Look at this. I think what I'm going to do is pick all this up, dump it in that site, and then focus on the litter later. And alliteration, litter. Leave that there for now. Must put the gloves back on because I don't know what's hiding down there. Yeah. These gloves are great, but they're a bit cumbersome, so not the best for litter picking, but great for picking things up. Let's get started, shall we? Fly tip and garbage. What does that remind you of? Gateshead! Oh, that was a horrendous day, that was. Probably one of my toughest. I must say kudos to the council though. They picked up every scrap that I left here. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, can't speak highly enough of the Durham Council. I know some people in the UK have problems with their local councils, but I don't. They're very, very supportive. Never say a bad thing about them. Oh. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with all this pickup. I'm just going to soldier on. What makes people think they have the right to do this? Just dump their stuff wherever they feel. It'll be so nice to see this area clean. For how long? Well, how long's a piece of string? But I notice this place has stayed relatively clean. Yeah, the local morons have been here, I can see that already, but yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, Lord. Oh, at least it's water. Wouldn't be so nice if... Oh, well, I don't even want to know what's in there. Car bumper. Love the way people look out their car windows and whatever. Sail on by. That's the attitude here. Well, anyway. Yeah. What is this? Blimey, that is big. That is really big. But it's garbage, so it's got to go. Oh, this is heavy. I almost said the F word there, sorry about that. You're not getting a very good view of this. We'll lower it a bit so we can see where we're going. Okay, what have we got here? A lawnmower? Seriously? Oh boy. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, really sticking there. Whoa.
Hello, Brambles, my old friend. I've come to fight with you again.
Right, I'm going to get that bucket, and the rest is pretty much garbage, litter. This is fly tip. Fly tip. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. Look at this. You know, if it was up to me, I'd chop all this down. Then you wouldn't give the scumbags anywhere to hide while they're doing drugs and drinking themselves out of their mind. Well, it's not under my authority and it's not my choice, but that's what I would do anyway. In a perfect world. I'm just happy to see it gone, to be honest. Maybe it'll stay cleaner if I do this massive pick. Cool. Corona. Pretty heavy. Whoa. Can I release that? Because I really don't want to carry that around. It's obviously got Vimto in it. Yeah, there it goes. I could smell the Vimto. Whoa. Well, it looks like the sun's returned for a while. They were forecasting snow today. Can't see how that could happen, but anyway. But I must say I do miss the sun, having spent a long time in the Far East. And we've been without sun for quite a while now. Especially here in the north. Up north. It's grim up there. Why do people say that? It's not grim up here. It's beautiful. Look at some of the fantastic countryside they have here. Castles, history, beautiful towns, little villages. Amazing. That's just a saying. Right. I think I'm going to come back to this. Now you see how fast I'm picking up this stuff? So it really doesn't matter about the pickers. They get caught like that. But yeah, I suppose it all depends on your accuracy really, and how close to the surface the garbage is. If it's embedded, you can't really do much about that. Tugging and tugging. What is it about litter picking that gives you that satisfaction? Removing something and making it look good. I don't know. Never been able to work it out. But you do. Anybody who's watching doesn't do litter picking, try it. Give it a shot. You might surprise yourself. Oh, no. I'm not going to surprise myself with that. It's too heavy. Try to keep to the lighter things. You know, you pick that up and put that in there, the simple action and the cause and effect. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, apart from my job, my real job, I mean, not this. This gives me a lot of satisfaction, almost as much as my job. Wow, still got a long way to go. I've only got 3, well, I'm up to my second bag now. Look at all this stuff in the brambles here. Terrible. Difficult to get out, difficult to retrieve. I'm not sure 5 bags would be enough, to be honest. Yeah, it's coming out now, but I'm only, like I said, I'm trying to get out the plastics. I'm leaving the paper to rot because the brambles are unforgiving. It wouldn't be an absolute garbage video without me clambering up some slope or hill or whatever and getting into a ravine. Unbelievable, isn't it? This isn't too bad, actually. The gradient isn't too bad, but it's a bit slippery. Yeah. I wonder what that is there. Is that some sort of cover, or is it just a... I don't know. No. Yeah, I've got my work cut out for me here. But, as somebody noticed, Onwards and upwards. Somebody actually quoted me on that. Maybe I should stop saying that. Oh, is it my catchphrase now? I don't know. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Yeah, just look at this. Every little nook and cranny. I managed to clear most of that. I've left a lot of paper in there because it's just annoying and it's not worth it, to be honest. It'll rot down. Just when you think you've cleared an area, you turn over some brambles or whatever and there's a whole bunch more. Oh God. Well, I'm obviously not going to be able to get all of this, so I'm going to make a big dent. I mean, it's just unrelenting, look. Unrelenting. You'll never get all this out, and a lot of it's stuck under brambles, which is hard to retrieve anyway. So I'm going to make a big dent, and then hopefully, if we see any morons around here, I'll make a big dent in them as well, physically. You know, in a way, it's like 3 separate dens. 1, 2, and 3. Or 3.5. So, I've never cleaned 3 dens before. I never really thought of it like that, but it's turning out to be like 3 dens. Oh, I could really do with a... Oh no, it's just a tractor. I thought I could do with a bulldozer here and knock it all down. That would be a lot easier. Anyway. Carry on, wayward son. You know, if it wasn't for the brambles, this would actually be fun. That's not going in there. That'll just make a hole in the bag. Fireworks. From what, 4 or 5 months ago? 4 months ago? Yeah. Like the things, just leave them there afterwards. Yeah, like I said, it would be a lot quicker if we didn't have these brambles always trying to pull things back. What's this here? No, just that empty bag. It would be sort of relaxing almost, but it's not. It's turning into really hard work now. I think there's no such thing as a relaxing litter pick. If they do exist, leave a comment or send me an email. absolutegarbage007@gmail.com. But I've said it on many videos. Oh, nice relaxing stroll. Little walk. Always turns into something like this. Oh, hey. Almost got some on me there.
Ew!
Yep. I wonder if I can break that in half. Yeah, I can actually. Don't want it protruding out of the bag there. Yeah, we're making a big dent here. Look at that tractor over there. Excellent. Look at that countryside. I mean, even with the cloudy day, it's absolutely gorgeous. Can't beat the British countryside. What the hell is that? Whoa! A pair of pliers! Embedded in the soil. Unbelievable. Oh, he's coming back now. Yeah, I'm just sort of going over an old area here before I attack that area over there again. Yeah, look at this. I mean, that's got to be there at least 10 years. Unbelievable. This doesn't look too bad, actually. Not too bad. What's up with these ketchup packets? They're everywhere now. These little condiments, sachets and packets and God knows what. Oh, look, see? Embedded in the ground, as I said. Alright, we'll get this cleared up. Move on to that section and then hopefully the light will still be going while I try to clean up over there. I really don't want to come back here again. This is my second time, so I'm really done. What's this? See how the brambles won't let go? Oh, I think this is actually a cat container, or it'd be a very small dog. Yeah. When you transport a cat, take this back actually. Oh, I'm tripping all over the place here. Luckily I'm pretty agile and fairly quick to react. Otherwise I'd be a goner. Yeah, look at this pile. And we haven't even done that area yet. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, we're still plodding on. Physically removing all this crap. Looks like it's just being thrown down the hill. I don't know. Hey, speaking of physically, I went to a couple of channels. I mean, I go to a lot of channels actually, but I found one the other day. It was about this trucker and the adventures that this trucker has. And then when I read in the description, it was completely AI. But I still enjoyed the story. I mean, I treated it on face value. You know, much the same way you'd read a book or watch a movie, a fictional movie. It doesn't always have to be real. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. But I made a comment on the site. I said, I wish I could use AI to do my litter picking. I'd never have to set foot out the house. I got 5 comments, 5 replies through email. And, well, also, not just email, I also got comments on the site themselves, in the comment section, and people were laughing. And I sort of drummed up some support, and this is how actually I get a lot of my subscribers, by going to all these different sites and just having a chat, and people ask me naturally, oh, what's that name all about? Absolute garbage, you know. Intrigued. Anyway, the owner of the channel sent me a personal thank you in the email, because a lot of people had been saying fake, fake, fake. And I pointed out that it does actually say in the description that it's AI. So how they have the nerve to sort of yell fake at the channel when it's clearly in the description. But anyway, it was nice. Nice little story. I don't know, what are your opinions on AI creating channels and stories? Can you imagine an AI for a litter pick? Wouldn't that be great, huh? I mean, it would never achieve anything. It'd sort of defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? Having AI, unless AI came out and sent a robot to clean up this stuff, but apart from that, it wouldn't really achieve much. It'd just be a visual entertainment. What are your opinions on AI? And I mean, in this respect anyway, not generally, just as far as making videos. I mean, my opinion is, if it says AI in the description, you've come clean. You haven't tried to pretend it's real. But some people still have a go at them. A lot of negativity out there. Yeah, put something in the comments if you want to. You don't have to, but or send me an email, absolutegarbage007@gmail.com. I'd like to know what your feelings are on AI stories. AI videos aren't real, but tell a story anyway. Do you think it's all fake? Do you think they should be banned? Or do you think they're just telling a story and coming clean and saying that they're AI? Let me know. Here we are. Is it perfect? By no means. Have we made a dent? Definitely. So I'm going to move around to the other side now. See how we do on some of this other stuff. I don't know if it's getting dark or whether it's just clouding over. That's 3 dens now. Well, 2.5 dens. I'm back on this area now. You can see my signature bag over there. It's a Union Jack this time. Yeah. Oh boy. I was watching a channel the other day and they were saying, oh, when I watched the video back, I couldn't believe I missed that bit. Well, that happens. That's life. I mean, some of this stuff, I mean, look at this here. It's the colour of the fauna. How would you ever expect to see that normally? I'm pretty happy with that. It ain't perfect, but it's better. And that's what I'm here to do, is try and make a dent at least. Alright, we're coming up to the final section now. Well, not the final section for here actually. Not overall, because I've got to go back where I've dumped all the crap, all the garbage and everything, and try and clean that area before it turns dark. I've got my hood on today. Sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't. Like the one in the thumbnail. I've got the glasses and the mask, but sometimes I don't wear the hood because it catches. Well, I wish I hadn't worn it this time actually, but keep catching all the time. Yeah, the further away we get, the less the garbage, see. That's looking pretty good now, I must say. I mean, I shouldn't really take credit for my own work, but why not? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I almost gave up at one point. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. Ever the perfectionist, I'm on the outside of the bush now, but I did see this at the top, so I didn't really want to leave it. God, look at this stuff. Incredible. Just get these few things out of here. Oh. Already on my third bag here. I might actually have enough. I didn't think I would have enough because the way the garbage was, the litter was piling up earlier. But it's starting to recede now. So I might be able to do it with 5 bags. Hopefully. Yeah. This is obviously stuff thrown from the side here. See? Just general litter. Got it, yeah. Yeah. Did I get it? Yeah, I think I did, yeah. Oh well. More polystyrene, what the world wants. Oh, more polystyrene, just what the world needs. Like I said, it's not perfect here. It never will be. There'll always be bits and bobs. I managed to get most of the plastics. See? You're always going to be picking. There's always something more. If you look close enough, you'll always find something. Just don't look! Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Not happy with that though, whatever that is. Got it, yeah. We're on the final stretch of this area, and then I'm going to return to where the bags and all the rest of the stuff is for the unbaggables. What's going on here? Get back. I don't want all these brambles in here. They naturally fight back and then they don't actually release and they end up in your bag, so not much point on that. See? Sometimes you can't help but pick up brambles. Right, let's get this cleaned up. Whoa! Ow! Oh, God. Thank God I got glasses on. Whoa! Even then, these things are coming at me from all sides. Alright, whatever that is. Somebody's hair? I don't know. It's all falling out again. Right. Yeah, it's getting better. I was just sort of thinking, did somebody actually come in here, sit here and drink that and then throw it there? Or did they, most likely they threw it from up there. Yeah, of course. Well, like I said, it is getting better. There are lots of little bits that I'm not going to bother with. It's just too much, and a lot of it's paper anyway. Let's get that bottle first, shall we? Yeah. So, oh, the brambles are absolutely unrelenting today. They will not give up anything without a fight. Look, see? How the world would be better off without brambles. I mean, what purpose do they serve? Any purpose at all? Does anybody know what brambles are for? Yeah, you see this litter picker, they sort of vary in price. I've seen them up as far as £10, I've seen them at around £7. This one actually costs about £1.75, I think, just under £2. There is one that comes with a magnet on the end, which adds a few pounds to the price, although I don't really see how they justify that, but by a little magnet, £2 or £3 on top. Right, I'm going to try and get some of this, but it's not easy. As you can see, I'm not really having much success with the... oh boy. Alright, I've got that part. Yeah, the old polystyrene, it never ceases to amaze me. I keep thinking I've stepped in something until I realise the tractor's going by, full of manure. A lesser person would probably head home right now. I hope I don't get sick again. You don't generally get sick from being out in the rain. Usually a virus. I'm pretty tough overall, but yeah, I've taken a bit of a hit lately with the old bug. I even got vaccinated. Rather good that did. Yeah, had the flu vax and everything. Obviously what I got was not the flu. So anyway, I hope you're all fit and healthy. He says that after talking about viruses. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It looks like somebody's either felled a tree or it's just fallen down. Kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, see the way the brambles pulled back. See? You see that? I've got it in my clasp and then the brambles pull it back. I don't care if you've got tongs, snippers, grabbers. It doesn't make any difference. If the brambles want to pull it back, they'll pull it back. I thought I'd come back in here and give you a quick shot. A lot better, look at it. I mean, yeah, you're going to see little bits here and there. And you're going to say, hey, you missed a bit. Like this. Or like this. But generally, what the hell is that? How did I miss that? Whoa! Yeah, anyway, generally, it's pretty good. A lot better than what it was anyway. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone. Hello. That's what's known as the Lonely Cat song. Ridiculous, isn't it? I watch those cats on YouTube as well. There's a channel called, I think it's called the Lonely Cat channel, I'm not sure. Anyway, basically, this incredible musician, he samples cats meowing, and somehow he turns it into a song. And the most popular song I've heard is this one that goes,
sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not.
It's very simple stuff, and then he sings along with it and plays the trumpet as well. Yeah, I love it. He's got like 21 million followers or something. How many have I got? 19? No, 19,000 I mean. I don't know, anyway. I don't do it for that. I do it to spread the message. Spread the message. I want as many people as I can reach. And maybe if I can inspire a few people to get out there and do something about it, then I've accomplished what I've set out to do. Right? Right! Yeah. Just have a quick peruse here before I attack that area over there. As you can see, there's not much left now. Only the little bits of paper and whatever. I've gotten pretty much everything out. There's always going to be something, of course. So don't say you've seen this or you've seen that, because that's just annoying, especially when I'm the one doing the work. However, saying that, I have seen something down here which I may have missed. Look at this stuff, it's so brittle. Yeah, it's so deadly. Yeah, I got it. Alright, got it. Yep, that's it. Oh, there's one more. Yeah, that's pretty clean there. You can see right back. I've done all that, and then all that. I think there were like 3 dens, but the major one is the one with the swing. I've tried to remove the swing because obviously that's not for children. That's for the local yokels who drink themselves and stone themselves out of their heads to swing on. But I can't get it down with the secateurs, so it'll just have to stop. Right, here we are. Look at this. What a collection, huh? What a collection. Ooh. Yeah. I'm on my 3rd bag here. So tie this up and onwards and upwards. And clean this as well. Yeah, one thing about the DJI Action Pro, it can go underwater, so a little bit of rain is not going to do much to it. I'm more worried about the view actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh, here we are. One more bag. Oh, it's getting absolutely humongous now. One more bag. God, look at that. Unbelievable. Probably going to get one more at least out of here. I really want to finish this. I never want to come back here again. If they want to screw this place up and make it a mess, it's up to them, but I've done my job. I'm happy with it. Yeah, have a look at this. Absolute bastards. Still, at least it's still in the original bag, so that might make it easier to pull out. Oh, look at them. Come on. Give me a break. Really? Is that what it's all about now? Dumping your household waste? I mean, people have so many bins anyway. Every house in Britain usually has about 2 or 3 bins. One for the garden, and one for household waste, and one for something else. Recyclables. Anyway, it's either blue, green and brown. Don't quote me on that because I'm not too familiar with the system, but I think it's blue, green and brown. Living in the flat, I don't get to see that, so... Oh, look at that. Chandelier. Oh, crying out loud. Oh, I don't even want to know what that is. I'm going to put that in the bag. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's shit. Yep, that's definitely shit. Luckily, I only touched the outside of the bag. Oh, I can smell that a mile away. We're getting there. It wouldn't be a litter pick without one of these, would it? Unbelievable. Hi. Hello. Oh, I won't touch you because this is...
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful dogs.
Thank you.
Trying to make it clean for people like you to enjoy the countryside, you know. Complete 3 dens of nothing but alcohol and syringes.
Disgrace.
Yeah.
Absolute disgrace.
I've cleaned all that. That was amazing. But this here, this is my last part.
Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Have a good walk, yeah? Bye-bye. Yeah. That was nice. Sincere, not patronising. I hate the patronising ones. Oh, I know a lot of us do. Oh, look at this crap. I don't know. I can't put this in bags because it'll just fill all the bags up. If I have anything left over, I will. But otherwise, I can't do it. I'm hoping that they'll pick that up. They probably will. They're pretty good. The council are pretty good. Alright. Yeah, this is turning out to be not too bad, actually. This is the final tip. Yeah, it looks a lot, doesn't it? But actually, it won't take that long because it's all major pieces. We've got that there, we've got that there. So put that over there. Yeah, did that. I did that bit of filming especially. I wanted that guy to see me pointing everywhere. I'm terrible, aren't I? Well, we got sort of a remnants of an old gate here. Oh, There's always... I mean, I don't even understand how these things go missing. What is up with this? There's always one of these. Always. Oh, whoa, that's heavy. Crikey. I don't know. I despair. I will throw this out. Actually, I'll put it next to the tip and draw attention to it. Why not? There you go. Maybe the morons are going to have a bit of fun with that, slinging it around, but come what may, eh? See, lovey? Quick pop quiz. What the hell are these things? A little bit big for hair curlers. Anybody know? Drop it in the comments, will you? Look at them. Oh, I don't know why people are storing excrement in bags.
Ew!
Yeah, what's that all about, eh? Calming massage lotion. Household waste. Haven't we got enough bins in this country? Public bins, private bins. What is up with these people? Yeah, we're making a big dent here. Sorry, no, I'm talking on camera. Sorry. If you don't want to be on camera, I'll take it off. Yeah, it's for a YouTube channel called Absolute Garbage if you want to check it out. Alright. Yeah. The young lady thought I was talking to her. The mind boggles on this one. I mean, can you imagine calling up your friends and saying, "Hey, you want a night out? I'll tell you what, I found this place in the woods. You won't believe it. Brambles, shit everywhere. Let's go and have a good drink, shall we?" Yeah, man, what kind of people actually come in here and drink and eat all this crap? But yeah, I've sort of jumped ahead a bit here. Not on litter picking, but I've got a new bag now. This is my 5th and final bag. Yeah, you can see. Well, I'll give you a good shot of that when we're finished. But oh, look. Yes, I do not want to put all that. No, I do not want to put all that in my bag because that will just make it crazy. I may stick it in later if I've got some room, but right now, yeah, look, just look at this. No parking, access required at all times. Yeah, right. Back into the 3rd den, or is it the 4th? I don't know. Sort of 3.5. We're storming ahead now. I'm really happy because I didn't think I'd get all this done. It was kind of disheartening at the beginning with all that crap. Oh, that's too heavy. But it looks like we're really storming through now. Most of this is quite large and quite old as well. Look at that. Yoy. What's with the ums? I never say normally. Anyway, looks like another sack of shit. Yeah. Sack of shit is on the menu today, baby. Oh, you can smell it from here. What is up with sacks of shit? Luckily, the council workers do wear gloves, but I always warn them when I send in my report, which obviously I will. It gets picked up like within 2 days, usually on the same day actually, if it's on a Sunday. Tomorrow is a Sunday, so it'll be picked up on Monday. But I usually say, please be careful, there are hazardous chemicals, blah blah blah. Well, debatable. Excrement is hazardous, yes. So, sacks of excrement. What's that all about, huh? This is relatively easy. This is the sort of pick I like. I know you probably think I'm out of my mind, but compared to what I was doing earlier, this is actually a doddle. I'm going to use this water. Try and clean these. There's all sorts of, well, you can guess what's on my gloves. I'm not going to say it out loud, but it doesn't take an Einstein to work it out. Oh, what have we got here? More sacks. Oh. No, that's just sacks of sacks. Oh, God. You hear the cans crumpling underneath. Have we got 1, 2, 3, and we get all this stuff here. Right, back into the den, the lion's den. Yeah, this stuff is a doddle. I'm glad I did this last, because if I'd have started on this and worked my way up to the other stuff that I did earlier, that would have been very disheartening. So it's nice to leave the easy stuff till last. Right, back in the mow, and I'll update you on the progress. Shouldn't be too long. Whew, what's that shining? Oh God, these things are still around. Seriously? Oh. Throw that there for now. I'll dispose of that properly later. Yeah, I thought we'd seen the last of those disposable vapes, but they keep coming back at us. They keep coming back at us. But this is a kind of an old dump anyway, so that probably explains why we've got those kind of things here, that kind of litter here. Oh, what is that? That's quite heavy, that shiny thing there. Oh. Sorry about the grunts and groans. Some of this stuff is genuinely heavy, really heavy. That's not really heavy. That's just hard to pull out. Alright. Yeah, this isn't as easy as I thought it would be, but it's still easier than the other places, the other dens I cleaned just now. I'm finding a lot of stuff under this sort of green fauna here, these leaves. So I'm sort of digging around, see? Yeah, trying to see what I mean? Yeah, see? So I just have to basically either feel it under my foot, or yeah, see, like that. Yeah, but I think we're doing okay. We're okay still with the one bag. Typical British weather. The sun's come back out. Amazing. Incidentally, those people who always come on my channel and other channels, I mean, you can do what you like on other channels, but on my channel I prefer you not blame everything on the council. I mean, it's just, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable always putting it on the council. This should do this and the council should do that. Yes, the council should do a lot of things, and we pay taxes, but if you ever had any experience of our local councils, I've had upfront and personal experience with them, and they are understaffed and under budget, and thanks to the present government as well, who's cut everybody's budget. So please don't go on about the council should do this and the council should do that. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think we're going to sew this up pretty soon. Oh, look at that sun. I'm going to give you a shot now. The lens on this should filter out the sun, but I'm getting it right in the eye here. Yeah. Well, looky here. Like a family of snails. I think it's snails. Yeah. I think I'll don't really want to put them in the garbage. Oh, here we are. I'll try to separate them. There you go. Go on, guys. Right. Sorry, a bit rough eviction here, but oh well. Oh boy, not even sure if they're alive. Anyway, I did what I could. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of notice, maybe? Yeah, I just pulled out a load of what appears to be like 5 or 6 poo bags, maybe more actually. I didn't really count them all, but I'm just sort of thinking who would bury that in there. And then I come across this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Down there, those flowers. I didn't see those before. Somebody has actually purposely planted flowers here. There's no way these grow wild, surely. And then I see the crap right next to it. And what the hell are these things? I keep seeing them everywhere. I saw them on the river pick. I saw them in Dalton when I did the retail park. What are these things for? All right, let's get this all cleaned up. And look at this specimen. Now, I have no idea what this is. Any of you avid gardeners out there know what this is? Drop me a line. Absolute garbage 007@gmail.com, or of course in the comments, whichever you choose. That's beautiful. I mean, there's no way that could be wild, surely. It's absolutely gorgeous. Whoo, look at that sun. Yeah, I've said that before. Yeah, this is these are the dens that just keep on giving. Keep on giving. But we're pretty much close to the finish line now. That's my glove, not garbage. Yeah, so I think this bag will be enough. Oh, something in my boot. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still sort of dragging stuff out of the brambles and whatever. I'm testing the floor, like, you know, like touching it like that, yeah. Because a lot of it is not even visible. Yeah. Yeah, look at this spreadable butter, if there is such a thing. I mean, who would come out here and spread butter? It's obviously dumped household waste. Incredible. Oh, this polystyrene is the bane of my existence. And look at the way it crumbles. When you pick it up, it sort of just shreds into a million pieces. I managed to get that one out whole, but imagine that going back into the soil. And there's a few more in there, and then over here. Well, the sun is setting over there, and our friend the moon is up there, as you can see. It's getting dark, rapidly approaching dark. I reckon it's around about 5 o'clock, 5:30. Now, you can see what I pulled out here. There's a lot of stuff, actually. Oh, just seeing some stuff here. God, every time you go by, you see something else. But I've got most of it out now. Those are bricks. Yeah. Pull that out of there. Yeah, cool. Straight into the bramble. Or straight into a branch, rather. I'll pick that up in a minute. Yeah, I've been all along here. I'll just give you a rough idea. I've been up here as well. Tidied all that up there. There was a load of cans and bottles and God knows what thrown in there. And then, of course, we're here. Just a few odds and ends. Not much, really. Yeah, little bits and bobs. But I've cleaned it, I would like to say down to the ground, but as down to the ground as I can get. Let's just put it that way. So, as you can see, pretty clear here. Yeah. There's the tip. I feel sorry for the council, actually. Having to pull all that into the van. Yeah, as you can see here, I don't normally do an after like this, but I thought it'd be quite poignant. All those bags of excrement, they're all gone. That's all clean in there. And then, oh, excuse me. Oh no, oh, what is that? Yep. Right, back to the, yeah, there's always one more thing, isn't there? I mean, you never really, best thing is to not look. So I'll just give you a quick idea what's been going on. That's den number 1. I cleaned den number 2 here, but then I went over it again with a fine tooth comb, and then I cleaned den number 3. All right, that's den number 3 there. That was pretty bad. And then we came down to the final den number 4. Yeah, and that's pretty clean in there, as you can see. I mean, oh, why did I have to see that? One piece of plastic. Okay, I missed something. Sue me. So, and then of course I made my way down to that area there. I didn't go in the river because it was pretty horrible. I'll give you a look. Cleaned all along here. Yeah, I don't really fancy going in there. I don't know how deep it is. Yeah. pretty sad, but what can you do? I might be able to get that piece out there. Oh yeah, got it. Anyway, so that's it. I mean, that really is it. And yet again, the sun sets on absolute garbage. 007. I'm getting used to this now. I've been out here for about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, about 5 hours. That was a humongous effort. Hopefully the people will try to keep it clean. This is the primary den here, the one with the swing over there. This is where all the morons accumulate, congregate. There's not much I can do about that. The locals have to keep an eye out. But yeah, that's well, we got like 5 or 6 of my own bags, blue ones, and then all the taff on top that I've collected in black bags. So, what can I say? But thank you very much for joining me on this journey. And look at the moon up there. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And there he is. This guy's really busy today. He's been keeping me company. One more piece over here. There's always one more. Yeah. Aye. That's not going to come out. I have to pull that out there. Right. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. I got distracted. It's an old poo bag. Split it open. Yeah, that's it for me. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm absolutely begging for a cup of tea and something to eat. More for a cup of tea, actually. Something nice and hot inside. All clear here now. I'm really happy. I shall never come back here again. It's been one of the toughest. I always say this, but you know, I thought Newcastle was tough, or the river, but this last part wasn't so bad. But those 3 over there, 3 over there, 3 dens over there, and 1 den here, absolutely amazing. And you can see nothing in there now. Only what should be there. In other words, flowers, brambles, the enemy of every litter picker, and of course greenery, grass. I'll pick that up in a minute, don't worry. All that's left for me to say now is thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. This will be reported, of course, and I'll leave you with the moon. Until next time, see you soon.